take advantage of this space.
You gotta pay attention a little bit. So there's a few things going on. The price to pay for an early attack is that they're not going to be able to, after that first attack, with the Eagle Warriors and the horses, they had to work their eco a bit. Otherwise, they would be complete, like they would be finished. And what Doa did was kind of something interesting, is he actually moved his pikes past to the back line where Faisal was even trying to collect food. And that just basically disabled Faisal basically for like the next 30 minutes. Like, he actually moved, like, whoever or whenever Dobo actually moved his units and he moved a little further down, he on the side. Now, here's the problem. Because it was a catch-22. So the thing is, you already hurt Faisal. Further hurting Faisal did not accomplish your goal. Like, there's nothing to accomplish anymore if you kind of think about it. If the goal is to eliminate Faisal, then you had to take out the Fatora. If the goal was to hurt Faisal, then you had accomplished that goal and put yourself in a great position to succeed. So you didn't have to go all out then. But what happened was, since for you it's the easiest because it was in front of you, so obviously you would be the most, you would be able to just build a castle. The issue is that your teammates would have a very hard time, like, to defend that, because Munsif was far away and he himself was hurt. Because think about it this way, he lost a lot of food when he built those cavalry. A lot. Okay, so Munsif had to work his eco. He did the responsible thing. He needed to work his eco. So he couldn't really produce further units, and because he was Huns, it was harder he committed to stables. So it was hard for him to get that infantry and skirmish combination like maybe he usually does. And on the other side, Shoaib, he built those Eagle Warriors, and after that, he was screwed. Like, basically, after the first few that he did, there was nothing he could do. He had to work his eco. But here's the thing. What I was trying to tell you guys, didn't have to. So either you hurt him, and you give yourself a great chance to succeed, because now you've bought yourself time to build your eco and build a better force. And Logan, you would have not lost your army technically. So basically, your next attack would actually be the Fatora ending attack on Faisal. You see what I mean? Like, it would be guaranteed 100%. It would be a Fatora ending attack. It wouldn't be like, oh, let's take out a building or let's take a town center. No. You would actually take out the Fatora, because in the back you were kind of like you guys were all building in the back. It's just that first castle loss, it put you back. I mean, it really put you back on your back foot. And the problem is, because you were in front of the flashpoint. So even though your teammates are trying to recover and move units, it's like it's going to take them time to move units to you. Like, it just will take time. Although I'll say this, they did a good job of moving units eventually to your flashpoint areas so that you just don't get wiped. And so I think that was pretty good. I just think that you guys probably that's not so let me just put it this way, that's not how to build a castle like that. Like, you wouldn't do that, like, in that situation. Let me further say, not in that situation, given what you should have known about your teammates. Because and just FYI, I mean, again, I like the aggression, and that was great, and that was very nicely done. The one thing you needed to make sure was that your window of winning that first battle, right, was a small window, because you had the Huns and you had like a Meso Civs with the Eagle Warriors trying to do damage. And so if you kind of break the phases out, you would say early stage, Munsif spent a lot of food on cavalry, and his cavalry was fairly ineffective because he couldn't take out anyone immediately. But no problem, because he doesn't lose that cavalry. It's not like he just entirely immediately lost that cavalry. So that was a good, like, he has a good initial force of cavalry hanging around, right? Like, he's got that. So he's scouting. He moved from. By the way, I liked how Munsif went from one color to the next color to see if there was a spot open or something like that. So that was really good. He technically, even though he lost a few calves, but overall it was fine. That was okay.
I have
So
only one question.
uh-huh.
How did you guys expect that I will go to Faisal and not Sharky?
uh,
Why Faisal was defensive? That's my question.
Everybody was.
So everybody did the same thing. So
Yeah.
you guys didn't know who
I
I'm gonna be
basically
targeting.
told Fassel what he needed to do to be defensive,
Okay.
and I basically sent as a support guy, I sent pikes on both sides. So basically, I covered. I couldn't get to Salman, but I did cover Fassel and I covered Sharky at the same time. So if you notice that when you got there, I had pike present already, and one pike at that time with how you needed to move your forces was going to be pretty big anyway. So we were kind of okay. But here's the thing: as a support player, I needed to be on two sides at the same time, because interestingly enough, Sharky hadn't built the way I had told him,
Hmm.
so he escaped you. So because you went Facile, he escaped you. You needed to actually go to Sharky, but here's the thing. Even if that didn't work, like, no problem. It wasn't a lost game. It's not like, oh my God, something detrimental happened. I actually like that you actually went and said, oh, let's work that area, and then you move from side to side. That was great. I'm just saying, given that that first initial part was not successful, then your next line was, okay, let's try to converge on Facile. Okay, and that's when Shoaib's Eagle Warriors and then your horses came in, and that was a good combination. But then that combination would not take the Vittoria, and the problem is that there were some forces already present, and I don't know how much scouting occurred at that time to understand what was there. But I do know that you had Logan come in to help, right? Which was with his pikes and so on and so forth. So that was kind of good. But remember, at that time, this is what I want you guys to kind of think about it. So if you put in and commit all your resources on that one player, the other three that are supporting him are kind of untouched, and they're building up. So they're sending units, and those units aren't necessarily kind of dying because they're more on the defensive side. So the offense usually outnumbers the defense. And so basically you would be like, you would need to know that, oh shit, our window went away. Now what's our next step? So I was really hoping from your guys' side, you would be like, okay, step one, it didn't work. Okay, step two, all right, we had limited success, but guess what? That limited success was great because Fasile's hurt. Like, basically, Fasile's on one TC, and he doesn't have another TC. And actually, he doesn't have many villagers working, which is great because your economies were untouched for the most part, right? Like, you guys are good. So you guys bought yourself time. I would have liked for you guys to use that opportunity to consolidate and then come in to actually take out the Fatora. And if you did lose, because it happens, you lose units, that castle would have been like your defense in case something went terribly wrong. Like, you have that castle protecting, like your main area in that back. Losing the buildings in the front was irrelevant. It didn't really matter. Like, those, that's fine. It wasn't a big deal because you guys did you went back to the main line and were doing the defense. That, I thought that was good. You didn't crazily commit to that. The buildings in the front, Logan. You kind of like said, screw it, let it go. That was the best decision to make. So that was a good thing. It's then when you guys started saying, okay, now there was an opportunity that you still had because Faisal was kind of out of the game, is what I'm trying to tell you. He was kind of out, right? So it's a 3v4. You guys had units, and we had like a tower or two in Faisal's area, which meant that it would not be so easy for food units to make their way through, right? Like, you did come in a couple of times, and then you noticed that over time, the towers were like doing a number on the food units, and you couldn't do it. And then somebody had a bright idea, and then I think then you guys realized and say, you know what? Let's make the Rams. And you guys started coming with the Rams. Unfortunately, before you guys could come up with the Rams, if you noticed, we already saw. So here's the difference. Before you could attack with the Rams, we attacked you. And that was the difference. Now, that would have never happened, by the way, if that castle never went. If that castle didn't go down, your Rams would be, that army that you were making behind the castle would be a success. 100%. Like, no issues. It's the castle going down which caused the ruckus and the units that were there to protect it. So, anyway, I mean, spilt milk, whatever. That's not even the point. The point is, good effort, good show. You guys are kind of thinking a little bit on your feet, and guess what happens when you think quick? Execution will lack a little bit. Not everyone's going to always be 100% like there. It's okay to make those mistakes. I like the initiative. I like the fact that you guys are like, okay, let's try to actively work on what we need to do to take this out. I actually also like Shoaib kind of saying, okay, that's not working, so I'm going to try something else, somewhere else, right? So that was kind of good. The only thing is that as long as you're able to maintain the defense, which you guys actually were doing okay. I mean, you did fine. That's what allows Shoaib to actually make a difference. The only thing is that the scouting was so active on our side, especially because he's coming from Salman's side, that we kind of already knew Shoaib was coming. From where he was coming. So kind of like armies were already kind of waiting for him when he arrived. So that was the unfortunate thing. I also liked how Munsif, you started kind of moving in and fighting with Sharky, and then you were kind of I think you made some plays, man. I mean, you made some rams, you made some plays, you were trying to make some moves
Yeah,
on.
but again, the idea wasn't for me to take Sharky down. The idea for me to join mid and
Yes.
push from there. So
Correct.
I'm not putting Sharky as my number one here.
Correct. And by the way, that's okay. It's just that you kind of got a bit cut off. So the thing is, like, your army was a little bit more on the Sharky side, and Logan was like smack middle, and he was trying to. Dobo did a good job, by the way, from supporting. He just kind of made sure that he had units in front of Logan. Period. Like, he always had those units, so that was good. It gave Logan a breather at least, and it actually allowed Shoaib to go and actually do an attack. So I'm just saying, like, they were very positive things. It's your support player actually saved you. Otherwise, I think with the way it was going with the ram that was making its way, it would have just kind of gone all the way. It's just that your support player did a good job with like those pikes, and he just placed them right smack in the middle, like in front of your town center. So I mean, there was like, you had to get through that, and at that time it was going to be tough. So so overall, I thought everyone did sort of good. Like, I mean, things are going to happen, right? Like, mistakes will happen, but that's okay. I'm actually giving you ways that it could have actually gone. Like, what were the other things you could have potentially done in this case, right? Knowing that the attack didn't work out as well, but actually, as far as I'm concerned, the attack did work out pretty good. I mean, as far as I think you guys did pretty good, and you actually used the advantage of your civs, which was excellent to see. So good work. Sharky, you did a phenomenal job. Great job putting pressure, making sure that you had good units to help support. Actually, Sharky allowed Salman to go and defend. If Sharky wasn't there, he would not be able to defend. So that was very nice to see that Sharky had good units there present, and he had like a combination of units. So that was really good to see. Faisal was under duress anyway, so he was just trying to stay alive, and I thought he did. He kind of finally, made sure that he was able to do the defense.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
game
So
is up, by the way.
yes, it is.
Everybody's
Who's
watching.
Missing
so two people?
Dobo
Oh, yeah.
and Logan.
Domo and
Not just Dobo.
oh, okay. Dobo, go work, brother.
All right.
You did a
Thank
great.
you. Appreciate it.
You did a great job supporting.
Yeah,
You were
I really liked how you came and helped Shoaib out when he was in dire straits. My one piece of feedback to Shoaib is, brother, when you go all in an attack like that, you left yourself wide open for that counter.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured, and I know it's towards the end of the game, so I knew it was gonna be high risk.
Yeah, he's all about them risky plays. He's all about them. the rewards, the gold. The
Nigga, Blue was there, man, taking the Rams out too.
Well, I mean, we saw that stuff coming in, man. You
Yeah.
got delayed by the castle, and we had time to build up, and then there's armies. What were you gonna
Blue,
do?
Blue saw a siege workshop with a flag, and he knew there is a ram inside, and he
Oh,
destroyed.
I called that out.
Oh, you did. Okay, so they destroyed the whole building to get those rams. So
The first thing to go was, if you noticed, like one of the first buildings were mostly the barracks and stuff, and the reason for that was based on our unit combination. The problem was that we needed to make sure the barracks weren't there so that the horses had a chance, because we saw that you had more skirmishers than pikes at the time. So those two barracks had to go first. Once those barracks were gone, it was like, now we have time to take out the siege workshop. So there was a little bit of that going on too. It was all based on, like, the ram attack on the building was all based on the unit combinations you had at the time and the unit combinations we had at the time. So because we didn't really have something proper to really deal with, like, a lot of pikes actually at the time. Like, we didn't have enough, but we had enough skirmishers. So if you had a lot of pikes, or if you did have that, it would really depress the because we didn't have much of a front line. That's why we needed those barracks down. And then actually we had a few horses, so the horses would live, and we knew the horses would kill the skirmishers that you guys had at the time. So it was kind of like a combination of the two. So that was hey, I'm just telling you why I chose to kind of like use the ram on why the barracks first. I'm just giving you a little insight into that. So it wasn't just like, oh, I see a building, let me take it out because that's what we do. That's not what it was, right? And then yes, the point was that you would. So here's the thing, right? Just so you know, I wasn't going to do that and attack that anyway, because if I take out those barracks first, regardless of what's in the let's think about it this way: whatever gold unit you build in the siege workshop, I give you enough time to build as many as you needed to queue. So I kind of take it out at the somewhat end, because that guarantees me you will lose those gold units no matter what. If that makes sense. So you lose the gold on that no matter what. It's just that if I preemptively kill it, you may potentially escape with not building anymore and losing anymore. So that kind of went into the delay on the siege workshop at that point. So just whatever insight. Anyway, good job. Someone's missing. Someone's not here.
We're still missing Dobo.
let's go the other channel.
Did someone invite him?
I can't. He's not on my friends list.
I tried.
Is he?
Alright, I'm joining right now. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. That's a good job. Doing your defense.
It was so funny when I called out Munsif Scout super early, and he's just like in the middle of nowhere.
Sharky, you got lucky, bro.
Yeah, you got lucky, bro.
Like, you got lucky big time. You didn't listen to what I said. You still went building a line of houses and shit. You needed to build around. Remember what I told you about building around? Like, take your villagers quickly to to that tree line or whatever, and you needed to build like in a circular pattern around your villagers, with a TC facing the wood. No.
Sharky, can you hear Fassel or?
I can't hear him at all.
Okay. So not just me then.
This is weird. I'm trying to speak from phone here.
I can hear the Chrom's.
Yeah, I'm
mic.
hearing him through Cole's mic right now, or not.
Pascal's gonna have to figure out why he was red later on. I don't think he can fix that right now.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. Laggy games tonight.
Yeah. His computer got crap.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but I have to figure out how to. Audio headsets or something.
He's trying to. I think his computer is so shit right now that he can't use Discord on the computer. So he actually just used it on.
Connected to the phone.
Yeah. So he's gonna try to figure out like if he can get a headset or something to connect the phone with.
Guess I could do speaker.
Yeah, you can use
Yeah, that
and
works.
and kill Discord from your phone. Oh, okay, cool. I wonder if the Discord was the one causing problems. Did you make और कुछ भी नहीं run कर रहा? सारी चीजें और in task कर दो.
Yeah, hold on.
They switched it so Logan's in front of me and Shoaib's in mid.
And there's something wrong with my ping too. Like it's horrible.
I think that's what it is.
It's got to be your ping in, man.
Food, please.
Yeah, there's a problem with my ping.
All hail, King of the Losers!
That's exactly what it is.
Stop training counter units. Attack player 7.
Disconnect or reconnect करो network.
Yeah, that's what
That's what I say. I mean, it doesn't make sense because I'm connected directly to the router and we got great. It's a problem like you, Salman, with you're connected like the nodes that are not
Yeah.
similar.
It's weird because I'm connected via Ethernet.
Man, I really want to go back to playing some Cold Steel right now. Do you know what's causing the issue or no?
I'm trying to switch to Wi-Fi, believe it or not, because I don't know what the hell's going on with Ethernet.
Gotcha. Who's your carrier?
Xfinity. Squadrom's on too. So right now I'm disabling my Ethernet and enabling
Wi-Fi?
the Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna run a speed test right now. Stand by.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always USB tether, brother.
Shit.
Maybe it won't be the first time for this group.
It's a little better right now. It went from 5 megabits down to close to 65. And
Yeah, that's better.
so let me switch back. Just waiting for Discord to come up.
What happened to the sound? What the shit?
It's taking a while to load up Discord. Now it's. Let me disconnect from the phone.
No.
Okay.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Sound.
Alright.
Okay. Well, it'll be better this time around.
Hopefully.
No sound. The shit? Okay, I got sound again.
Alright, just
Alright.
FYI, Shoaib's in front of you, Fassel.
Okay. I don't know why I got kicked off.
Are you guys good?
One of the duties. Portuguese. Oh, vassal your Turks.
Ooh, yeah.
Lions.
They have Lithuanians, Bulgarians, Ethiopians, and Persians. They got a lot of cav. And Logan's got Siege, Sharky, Vietnamese, and Portuguese, Mayan. So we got a lot of archer civs. Archers and gunpowder. Okay, that's.
He has those Swiss Persian arch skirmishers. Should take them out, by the way. His archers.
Yeah.
Not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
get
the
hit.
crossbows. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about those. Double does have the cross, but it's double. Will they make them do cross?
They may tell him. I know Munsif may tell him. But if we have that army of pikes and skirms, I mean, skirms should be.
Yeah.
We'll need heavy infantry. So everybody else will probably build a lot of balanced pikes and skirms. And then a little bit of cav, but mostly pikes and skirms. Don't underestimate the skirms in this game. It's going to be important. And but you'll need a front line. If you don't have like enough pikes, the skirms will die. So if you do have enough though, because Sharky may end up like the other guy, but Double may end up just coming with, you never know, just with crossbows, like a bunch of crossbows. But I wouldn't like. It would be fine. It wouldn't be a big deal. Sharky, do your thing and make sure you deny and work your magic.
Construir. Quai farei lo vai. Entendido. Construir. 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 Olá. Construir. 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 Sim. Construir. 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 Esto pronto. Construir. Hola. Construir.
Working on my stables.
Building my first scout.
Working on my stats.
Yep, we're coming out. All right, scouts ready. Scouts away.
Logan's TC up. We do have the Vietnamese buff,
Oh, nice.
so Logan's TC is up.
Construir. Construir.
I don't know if the Imperial skirms and stuff are in, but
It's clear for now.
Estou pronto. Sim. Construir.
Sim. Construir. Construir.
Sim.
Oh, Logan lost both his pikes.
the Dobo's coming forward with a villager right here.
Roger.
He's building a barracks.
Esto pronto. Construir. Sim. Construir.
Quais salas? Farei entendido. Sim. As armas. Farei away. Quais salas, vossas ordens? Atacar. Entendido.
Quais? Construir.
Sim. Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Farei away.
Yeah, Munsif is aggressive right now.
Olá. Construir.
Olá. Sim.
Building I'm going to build my second TC here.
Copy.
Sim. Farei Noé. Sim. Construir.
Quais as vossas ordens?
queuing halberds.
Construir. Estou pronto.
Atacar! Quais são as vossas ordens?
Dobo's got 2 barracks up on my side. And by my count, 6 halberdiers.
Roger that.
Quais as vossas ordens? Construir. Construir.
Estou pronto.
Estou pronto. Sim. Construir. Olá. Construir. 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 Construir.
Sim, ao seu dispor. Entendido.
Quais as vossas ordens? Construir.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Avançar!
Estou pronto. Construir.
Ao seu dispor. Farei Loé. Sim, as armas. Entendido.
Vessel, I have no idea why your spearmen are out here.
Must have been baited.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim, farei Loé. Quais são as vossas farei Loé.
Sim.
Ao seu dispor. Sim, entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Farei Loé. Quais são as vossas ordens? Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Farei Loé. Entendido.
Olá. Farei Noé. Entendido.
You're losing all your units, Sharky, just like that.
Estou pronto. Construir. Sim.
Shueva and Dobo are trying to make a maneuver in my area.
Construir. Construir.
Pikes and skirms.
Sim.
I'm sending a contingent of skirmishers your way, Vassal. Show's also got pallies, so I'm sending a couple halbs that way too.
Attacking from the flank going for Victoria. I'm gonna try to throw up another bombard tower.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim, sim. Farei Loé. Ao seu dispor. Farei Loé. Quais são as vossas atacar? Sim. Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Entendi. Farei Loé.
They're on the forward
Quais
base.
são sim vossas ordens? Entendido. Farei Loé. Atacar! Sim, farei Loé. Sim, farei Loé. Ao seu dispor. As armas! Avançar! Sim, atacar! Quais são as vossas ordens? Entendido, farei Loé.
I do have a third TC up on the stone, FYI guys.
Construir,
Roger that.
construir.
Double sending a couple pikemen my way.
Sim, ao seu dispor. Entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens? Quais são as vossas ordens? Avançar! Farei as armas! Sim, entendido. Farei as armas! Avançar! Sim, farei. Sim, entendido. Sim. Construir. Quais? As construir. Olá.
Estou
Construir.
pronto. Sim.
See some activity coming through here.
Construir.
Where's through here?
I've been pinging.
Okay, building some scouts so I can check that area again. Because most of my forces are all the way up by Sharky.
Sim. Farei, sim, farei.
You just backed off on there. Let me scout ahead.
Vassal, you have
Don't let
pallies
him take that.
in your ego.
Roger.
Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Farei no way. Avançar. Sim, sim, farei no way.
You went too conservative. Check this area.
Entendido.
You got like guys sitting here in the town center, Sharky, not collecting anything. Make more.
More pikes coming in.
Ao seu dispor. Sim, farei no way. Ao seu dispor. Entendido. Sim, farei. Entendido.
Rams, Shaib's got Rams.
Quais são?
Yeah, they're making a major push in this area, guys.
Estou pronto. Construir. Cortar madeira. Construir.
Estou pronto. Construir. Olá. Entendido. Construir.
Sim, as armas.
Incoming, the Rams are coming now.
Quais são? Farei no way. Avançar.
Trying to create us bombard towers in your area.
Quais são? Ao seu farei no way. Ao seu dispor. Entendido. Farei quais são? Entendido. As armas. Farei no way. Farei no way. Atacar. Ao seu dispor. Avançar. As armas. Quais são as vossas ordens?
Construir. Olá. Preparo.
Sim, preparar.
They're coming in heavy for short, Salman.
Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim.
Quais?
Ao seu dispor.
Estou pronto. Construir.
Quais as vossas ordens?
Sim. Construir.
Quais são? Farei atacar.
Sending villagers to build more.
Olá. Farei no way. Construir.
Towers.
Olá. Construir.
Estou pronto.
Estou pronto. Quais?
Sim. Sim. Ao seu dispor.
Taking out that Ram.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Atacar. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Olá. Sim, entendi. Estou pronto.
Olá.
Sim, entendi. Quais as vossas ordens? Estou pronto. Farei no way. Sim, minerar. Quais são as vossas ordens? As armas. Sim.
Estou pronto. Construir. Quais as vossas ordens? Construir.
Olá, ir-me-ei. Construir. Sim,
Okay, attack was thwarted. I'm trying to build a
Headed my way.
trying to build a siege workshop to do a
They're
little bit counter.
rerouting right here.
Yeah, I see that.
Sim, farei no way. Ao seu dispor. Farei no way. Entendi. Sim. Entendi. Atacar. Quais são? Avançar. Sim, atacar. Estou pronto. Construir. Quais são? Farei, entendido. Ao seu dispor. Avançar. Quais são? Farei no way. Sim, entendido. Ao seu dispor. Farei no way. Quais são? Ao seu dispor. Farei no way. Avançar. Sim, entendido. Sim. As armas. Sim. Atacar. As armas. Ao seu dispor. Quais as vossas ordens? Construir.
We gotta take this thing out, Sharky.
I need to focus on my economy right now. I don't have any food, and I don't have enough farms to sustain anything from Munsif.
Ao seu dispor. Atacar. Sim.
The lag is real.
Still me for some reason. I don't know why.
Olá. Construir. Estou pronto. Construir. Quais as vossas ordens? Construir. Construir.
I'm sending a siege ram into
Entendido.
Logan's tutorial. See if I can get him at least distracted a little bit.
Quais são? Avançar. Sim. As armas. Ao seu dispor. Avançar. Quais são? Farei atacar. As armas. Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Olá.
Wow, that siege ram just going though.
Yep.
Oh no, he sees it. He sees it.
Quais são as vossas ordens?
I'm gonna try to take advantage of that and push his
Ao seu farei entendido.
his forward barracks.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Quais são atacar as ordens? Ao seu dispor. Farei no way. Entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Ao seu dispor. Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Ao seu dispor. Atacar. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Ao seu dispor. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Sim. Ao seu farei no way. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Farei no way. Sim. Ao seu dispor. Sim. As armas. Quais são? Atacar. Quais são as vossas ordens? As armas. Sim. Avançar. As armas. Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Farei no way. Sim. Farei no way. Entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens? Entendi, sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim, sim, farei entendi. Quais são farei no way. Ao seu dispor, entendi. Quais são as vossas ordens? Farei no way. Farei entendi. Ao seu dispor. Sim, quais são as vossas ordens? Sim, atacar. Farei no way.
The lag is very real right now.
Ao seu dispor. Sim. Sim. Olá. Estou pronto. Farei no way. Construir. Quais são os seus? Quais são os seus? As armas. Sim.
They're denying us stone. They're going for all the stone. I need stone so that I can drop these bombard towers.
I mean, we have this one pretty well secured.
Ao seu dispor. Sim. Quais são? Sim. Sim. Ao seu dispor. Atacar. Sim. Entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Sim. Cortar na é. Sim. Avançar. Quais são as vossas ordens? Atacar.
Munsif's got a onager.
Ao seu dispor. Avançar. Atacar. Quais são? Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Sim, farei. Atacar. Quais são? Quais? Entendido. Construir. Ao seu dispor. Avançar. Sim. Quais são? Atacar. Entendido.
They're doing a good job denying us. They saw me draw up that town center and went
You
straight
also
to
have
end
this
it.
one, but no, we defended it pretty well. And now this one's exposed, by the way, because they took their whole army from there. Munsef has Trebs back here.
Okay, I will use Raton archers to take out those pikes.
Munsef's backing Trebs here. There you go. You got Trebs and Rams and Elite Econics.
Ao seu dispor, farei mover. Sim. As armas. Ao seu dispor. Avançar. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Atacar. Ao seu dispor.
Putting pressure on Logan's TC.
Entendido. Quais são as vossas ordens?
Estou pronto. Sim, vossas ordens. Construir.
Rebuilding all the skirms.
Logan's forward TC is down.
They've unpacked their trebs.
Ao seu dispor, farei mover. Quais são? Entendido. Sim. Ao seu dispor, farei mover. Ao seu dispor. Quais são? Sim. Quais são? Sim. As armas. Ao seu dispor. As armas. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Avançar. Ao seu dispor. Entendido. Atacar. Sim. Farei mover. Farei mover. Farei. Entendido. Ao seu dispor, são ao seu dispor, farei mover. Atacar. Sim.
Olá. Construir.
Olá. Construir. Quais? Construir. Quais são? Farei mover.
Making a key of bombard cannons here.
Ao seu dispor. Entendi. Farei mover.
You want me to make them there?
No, I am making them there
Okay.
because I'm Portuguese, bro. I'm also gunpowder.
Sim. Sim. Farei.
There's a onager right here, fellas.
Ao seu dispor. Sim. Farei mover. Ao seu dispor. Farei mover. Farei mover. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Farei mover. Quais são
Okay,
as
I'm moving
vossas
my
ordens?
bombard cannons forward on this side.
There's a ram coming in for the bombard tower right here.
Sim. Farei mover.
Moving to defend it with my halves on that side.
Quais são as vossas? Ao seu sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Atacar. Sim. Entendi. Farei mover. Ao seu dispor. Sim. Quais são
Nobo's got
as
elephants.
vossas? Sim. Quais são as vossas?
It's all good. Pikes are they're dead.
Sim. Farei. Entendi. Sim. Entendi. Farei mover. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Sim.
Logan's TC is down. Targeting his Vittoria.
Estou pronto. Cortar a rei. Ao seu dispor. Sim, farei ao seu dispor.
Logan's Vittoria is down.
Farei o
Moving to target Mutsev's castle.
Sim, farei o Quais são ao seu dispor? Entendido. Quais são ao seu dispor? Sim, entendido. Atacar. Quais são? Farei o entendido. Ao seu dispor? Farei o sim, sim, farei o
Don't touch that corner stone.
Mutsev's castle is going down. This castle is down. I don't know what he's doing with this. Like, I really don't know what he's doing with that. But okay.
Cav archers, are you kidding?
I mean, it's Mutsev. I'm not really surprised, to be honest. But
ao seu dispor. As armas. Sim, sim, ao seu dispor. Farei o sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim, atacar. Farei o sim, quais as vossas ordens? Cortar na rei. Ao seu dispor. Quais são ao seu dispor? Sim, farei o
stacking hussar, cavalry and skirms here.
Quais são as vossas? Entendi, farei o
Roger that.
sim, farei o ao seu dispor. Sim, quais são as vossas ordens? As armas. Sim, entendi. Farei o
Hitting Shuaib's Vittoria. They abandoned Shuaib's Vittoria.
Oh, they're coming to do a massive hit.
Where?
Lots of pikes. I mean, sorry, lots of cav.
Yeah, they were coming to hit my thing, but then they backed off.
Munsif wants to counter it.
Dobo is sending a lot of villagers somewhere. I don't know where, and I don't know why.
Sharky, they may be coming for you.
Yeah, possibly. I think let's follow my military units.
Sending a key of units over to Sharky.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim, ao seu dispor. Atacar! Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Avançar! Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens?
They're headed this way. Super huge force right here. Skirmishers and
Cap.
hussars.
Yeah.
As armas! Atacar! As armas! Quais são? Avançar!
Rams in behind.
Sending forces.
Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Ao seu dispor. Quais são as vossas? Farei o sim. Ao seu dispor. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Atacar. Avançar. As armas. Entendido.
I mean, they just kind of went all in on that, to be honest.
Sim, atacar. Quais são as vossas? Quais são as vossas? Ao seu dispor. Entendido. Quais são as vossas? Entendido. Sim, ao seu dispor. Entendido. Sim.
Dobo's Vittoria is about to go.
Entendi. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Atacar. Sim. As armas. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor.
They're gonna quit after this.
Of course they are. I mean, they've already lost 3 Vittorias. That was an all-in.
They lost their fourth, but they don't know it yet.
And here I'm rushing to open my Victoria, and they haven't.
Bro, like, they got cleaned out.
Ao seu dispor. Farei Luê. Quais são as vossas ordens? Entendido. Ao seu dispor. Avançar. As armas. Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim. Ao seu dispor. Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Avançar.
Oh, there it is. They lost all the Vittorias, bro. They lost all 4.
Sorry, I trolled that one. I really did troll that one.
Play 3 teams, right? Next Saturday.
Oh man.
Say that again? 3 teams.
Next Saturday we'll play with 3 teams.
Oh,
What's
team with only
we
blue,
fix the
and the
lag,
other
man?
team
What's
with
up with this all this lag?
I'm still attacking.
Dude, I gotta figure that out, man. Like I said, I had to reinstall Windows, and I'm sure there's some crazy shit. I switched to Wi-Fi, but still had a problem.
Farei Luê. Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens? Ao seu dispor. Sim. Sim.
So Munsif, what was that all about? Like we have to have 3 teams. What's going on with that?
So we're getting our asses kicked.
I don't know what to say. I mean,
Guess it's just me out here. I'm still fighting the good fight. I'm still fighting the good fight.
Yeah, not for much longer.
Thought I had 2 minutes. I thought I had 2 minutes. You guys said I had 2 minutes.
Yes. Hey, but we had Turks on our side. So
Turks and Portuguese, man.
come on.
Portuguese are good. I played them.
No.
In this kind of scenarios, they're good. Cheap units. Yeah.
Not really.
Maybe you played them for
Well, you know, he's coming off of he played
I was
Byzantine,
here
so
fighting the good fight.
he was used to the cheap units.
Yeah.
Just Dobo's just running around with this one key of pikemen with skirmishers chasing him.
Oh
and
god.
winning. And winning.
Not really.
Well, I'm not
I mean,
losing,
your
though.
base is empty, brother.
I already got 2 base.
He's like,
What? You haven't even touched my base.
No, I said I have a new base.
hey, Munsif, before you go, so I guess why that comment, man? Like, you serious about that comment? Or you're just playing around with that comment?
No, I'm serious about that comment.
Really?
Like,
Why?
because blue, it's everywhere. And we need to play with blue by himself.
Keep saying that when blue's everywhere, we won.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when blue is supporting every player, that's it. There's nothing else to say. That's what it is. At the time, we went for Faisal. Oh, guess what?
Yeah.
Blue is coming. Oh, we went for Sharky. Guess what? Blue is behind. And then you send that, like, what, 300 units? You split only 200 units, not 300. And then, like,
Well, you guys, you got first. You guys complained that you build bombard towers and you do this. Then Shoaib said, "You know what, Quram? I'd rather you never build the bombard towers. I'd rather you come with units." Now I come with units. Now you're like, "Oh."
Too many.
I did not say that. I did not say that, man.
What did you say?
I said reduce your pop to 50.
yeah, that's fair enough.
That's fair enough. Oh my god. Oh, come on, man. I didn't do... You thought I was doing a lot, but I wasn't doing as much as with my army. I was supporting, but I wasn't the main thrust of it.
Hey
Was I?
guys, I just died.
Oh,
I told you.
I guess can you Munsif, because you have to leave. I just want to get a quick retro from your side as to how you felt, because I mean, kind of you weren't that touched from your side. Like I know you were skirmishing with Sharky a bit. I know that, but you did your job and you kind of moved where all the battles were going to be, right? Like I know you did that because you were supporting everyone. So I guess like what made it like, I guess what was the issue? Like, and don't just say like it's too easy to say, oh, blue. I mean, what really was happening?
Yeah, no, I forgot now about blue. I mean, this game I was very slow initially.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is the last game. Usually at this time I'm very tired. But anyway,
Sure.
The idea was this time was to take Sharky down so he doesn't go to the other side, and also to take him seriously down this time.
Right.
But he resisted really well. I mean, I see the difference, especially with his units.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna say blue was with him all the time, but maybe 2-3 times you guys pushed together. So which was a good support, which I didn't expect the blue to see.
Did anybody on your side help you with support to?
No.
No.
I was just by myself. The idea was for us to meet in the mid and push you guys.
Correct.
At that time, so that after I pushed at least Sharky a little down to his own corner.
Right.
I think also.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, that's what he does, man. He pushed him to his little corner, like a kid on timeout.
Yes, timeout. Yeah.
Oh, he laughed.
At least
okay.
I got the resources, so the idea also to hold on the resources.
Correct.
I think Sharky tried to push me to get some stones. With
Did
his,
you let him?
I know you had good skirmishers, but still, I mean, you need to protect your skirmishers. You can send them by themselves.
I guess Sharky, that was for you. Munsif is telling you that if you just send skirmishers by themselves, then like if you stick to a singular unit type of thing, that's how you end up losing. Even though maybe you had a few units, but because the composition was not mixed, he was able to kind of like beat you off for that. That's what he meant by that. Okay, go ahead, Munsif.
Yeah, and that was the objective. I didn't see any yellow helping green or red, so that's kind of it helped.
Okay.
But the main time it slowed me down because I wanted to help the other teammates, and maybe I was there by, I would say like, I don't know, more. I mean later than I expected. So I started building in the mid, but it was kind of late at that time. Logan was getting hit by SNA.
When you said when you got there later, was that because when you skirmished with Sharky, you were just running like low on resources, or?
No, well, resources I wasn't balancing them well. Somehow I don't know what's going on with this lag. I kept sending units to farms. They go to do like lumberjack.
I see.
The mood. I don't know.
So
one time I had 40 wood. I have 40 villagers working on the wood, and only 5 or 6 on the farms, which I didn't understand what happened.
Okay. Got it. So you're fixing your eco issues.
I didn't try to fix it. It just, I don't know. My eco was fine until I started having problems with food when I realized I have only like 5 or 6 villagers on that. Even though I have so many farms, I mean, just standing there with no villagers working, which I didn't understand.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe because of the lag, I pressed somewhere that they went somewhere else.
Right. So that's the delay you're talking about, but I guess like the early mid-game you were able to help, or was it that early game you were dealing with Sharky, and then mid-game you were able to help?
Yeah, making units there,
Okay. So then mid-game occurs, and then... Because I know you guys use different angles to attack.
Well, that's the thing. There were 2 different angles. I was initially in one angle, and then I think I called it, and then I think Tribe told me to move to the other side. To the side where the fight was still.
Yes.
There's more impact in there.
Right.
And then I started sending my units, and then at that time I was building behind. But the resistance, I mean, we didn't really that much. We got pushed back by well. Logan lost his units. I lost mine afterward. Yeah, that's it. So that's what I remember.
So just saying, interestingly enough, in this case, what would you guys chalk that? Like you lost that stuff just to what? What the heck was Faso?
Turks.
So technically, you're just saying. Are you saying that it was just red and blue that was really pushing you back? All of you got? Because Fassel doesn't have like his units. Even if he built them, I mean they're nothing. Like they just get clobbered. And I know Fassel wasn't building pikes or anything because they're just so terrible. So unless you saw a lot of cavalry from Fassel, which I don't think you did, then are you saying that you got like basically with the strong units you had, compared to especially the Turk infantry because they don't have anything. So basically, you're saying that, and because of the lag and because of everything, it wasn't there was like crazy micro going on in the game. I mean, I think you couldn't even micro if you wanted to. It was kind of hard. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. So are you just saying that?
No, I mean, I think I guess to step in a little bit. So I think on that. Anyway, so my strategy was, of course, to try to take advantage of Turks.
Correct.
Right. Which once I saw that he was heavily fortified and protected, obviously, then I was like, let's try to shift towards trying to see if we can, go more towards the left angle, right?
Yes.
Because I felt like, we were not really gonna win that battle.
Correct.
To get back on equals, I called that off. Right. Once I saw that, and then with Logan, he had some Rams. I think he sent them towards Salman, which is part of the strategy of going left. Right.
True. Correct.
But I think maybe, anyways, I mean, we agreed to that, but I guess he ended up sending them. I didn't know he was sending them like at the moment. I thought he was gonna maybe wait for me to join him and stuff. So anyways, he lost a few there, and then he had a few left, and I diverted those two Fassel's TC, which was his second TC, I guess, I'm assuming, right? So
yes.
we took the TC out, we took the bomber towers out, then I told Logan, let's wait, let's pull back, build first, regroup, and then we make another big push.
Good move.
But then he wanted to still get the bomber towers that are past that in the back line.
Oh no!
That's when definitely lost the Rams. Then also someone, at the same time came to kind of attack his base as well. And then, the other answer to your question that I feel was that angle, of course, was more of a choke point for us as well. It wasn't as open real estate to kind of take advantage of our numbers properly, right?
Right.
So obviously with with the lag and everything else, we were kind of getting hammered down a bit there as well.
Okay, so that kind of explains a little bit. I can understand if the Rams, that those Rams, like if they died, that kind of at least stops the momentum a little bit. But I also thought that you guys did a good job where I thought Munsif did a good job where he did, I guess he did a good job with the siege. He had Trebs. He had, I know there were other siege units. There was like an Onager, and there was also,
I'm sorry. I just saw you take out the Fattori.
yeah, I didn't want to talk about that. And I saw this, and I noticed that he had an Onager as well over there. So the question I had was that when those Trebs started, because that was another. Now, sure, I guess correct me if I'm wrong on the timeline. That was still a bit further later in the game,
yeah,
right?
It was very late. I mean,
Okay,
and that's
that's
good. The only comment I would have there is please, which I've mentioned in our team strategies before, please communicate when you're gonna be building Rams or Trebs or anything else, right? So we can properly protect it. You can't be like, hey, I'm getting hit, save me, after the fact. Or you rally them in the back or something when there's a hot contested area, right? So that's the only comment there.
Listen, I agree with that because that.
I mean, if you're gonna, it takes a while for Trebs to come out and even Rams to come out. So let's just please communicate. It takes a second to communicate that I'm building this here.
No, I think that's definitely. I think but I guess there was a whole part that got missed in the mid game, which you were saying that so Logan did that thing and you guys were working together and the Rams kind of died or whatever with some initial forces that were with them. So you guys then regrouped, right? And then I guess in the regrouping, where were you going to attack next then? Because I guess you wanted to attack Soman, but I guess he ended up attacking Fassel.
Well, no, he ended up attacking Logan's base, right?
No. You mean to say that after that attack?
Shortly after that.
I guess question after you. I know what happened. I know that his Logan's units perished, But are you saying that your units who then ended up also going there perished, and you had
Yeah.
nothing to really counter?
So when I watched the replay, because I wanted to see what happened with the Vittoria, Logan and Dubbo went, and then Shoaib came a little bit later to support. All three of them lost their armies.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay, so that'll explain. That'll explain. So then there. So Shoaib. So I guess after that didn't work, then there was a. Then I guess you were just on. Is it fair to say then after that you were on the back foot? Because I almost felt like even though it maybe initially you were on the back foot, but then that's when Munsif came, right, with his presence and units and stuff that he had. I just don't know if that basically was only maybe Munsif alone, and then you guys were like not there, to your point where you couldn't protect what he had because maybe you didn't even know he had like siege present there. Is that fair?
At the time when I made my siege, there were a lot of purple there, a lot.
Oh, okay.
So the right of you, right in the mid, I think, right?
Well, in the mid and behind somewhere next to Logan. But the thing is, that's at the time when I saw the map. So then I started producing. I think somebody called to make some. We need rams.
Yes.
I started making rams,